Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm Aunbareen Khan, course instructor of Operation Management. This is lecture number 24 and today we will talk about Kano model. In this session, we will discuss the origin of Kano model, purpose of Kano model, process model, key elements of Kano model, methodology, application and example. Let us discuss the origin of Kano model. The Kano model is the theory of a product and service design developed by Norika Kano, a Japanese professor at Tokyo Rika University, international consultant. He received individual Deming Prize in 1997. Basically, the Kano model is a theory of a product and service design developed by the Dr. Norika Kano, a Japanese professor who offered a perspective on a consumer perception of a quality different from the traditional view that more is better. Instead, he proposed the different category of a quality and posted that under them would better position design to assess and address the quality need. So, let us discuss the origin of Kano model in detail. Norika Kano is the founder of Kano model. He developed foundation for an approach on attractive quality creation, commonly referred to as Kano model. He challenged traditional consumer satisfaction model that more is better, that is, the more you perform on each service attribute, the more satisfied the customer will be. He proposed new customer satisfaction model that is called Kano model. Performance on a product and service attribute is not equal in the key eyes of the customer. So the Kano model performance on a certain categories attribute produce higher level of satisfaction than other. Basically, the Kano model provide insight into the attribute that are perceived to be important to the customer. The model employs three definitions of quality: basic design, product and service design, performance of the product and service design, and excitement of the product and service design. When to use the Kano model? Basically, Kano model used in a project selection, Lean Six Sigma, Design for Six Sigma, new product development, new service development, and determine the market strategy. Basically, this model is satisfy the quality of the product and services in terms of the basic performance and excitement. It is also helpful for a continuous improvement in a total quality. So the Kano model is used in the projection of the selection of the project. Also, it helpful a Six Sigma that is helpful for improvement of the total quality, new product development, new service development, and determine the market strategy like operation strategy, financing strategy, and personal strategy. So this model is helpful for enhances the overall product and services design. Key elements of a Kano model. Basically, Kano model identifies the voice of the customer. It translates the voice of the customer into a critical to the quality characteristic. Rank the critical total quality into three categories. Dissatisfy must be cost of entry satisfier. More is better, that is competitive. Delighter, later need, differentiator, and evaluate the current performance. So basically the quality refer to the customer requirement that have only a limited effect on customer satisfaction if present, but lead to dissatisfaction if not present. For example, putting a very short cord on a electrical appliances will likely result in customer dissatisfaction. But beyond a certain length, adding more cord will not lead to increase level of customer satisfaction. So the performance quality is important for a product and service design. So performance quality refer to the customer requirement that generate the satisfaction or dissatisfaction in proportion to their level of functionality and appeal. For example, increasing the trade life of a tire or the amount of the time house paint will last will add to the customer satisfaction. So the quality and performance are also important for the product and service design. The third attribute of the Kano model is excitement. So the excitement quality refer to the feature or attribute that was unaccepted by the customer and cause a excitement, the wow factor, such as a voucher for a dinner for a two at a hotel restaurant when checking in. Portray how three definitions of a quality influence the customer satisfaction or dissatisfaction relative to the degree of a implementation. So the Kano model procedure is depend upon the research, analysis and brainstorming, plot and diagram, and strategy. Let us discuss these procedural steps in detail. So, what is the role of research in Kano model? Basically, the research available data source, determine the data collection strategy, design data collection instrument, collect and summarize the data. The second step is analyze and brainstorming. So analyze and brainstorming results from data collection, brainstorming list of a feature and functionality, develop functional and dysfunctional questionnaire, distribute questionnaire. Third is plot and diagram. The plot and diagram develop customer requirement, matrix, record, questionnaire, result in matrix and summarize and plot the result on Kano model. The last is the strategies. These strategies help to determine the project selection, product development services, service development, identify the market strategy. So these are the procedures that are helpful for identifying the product and service design attribute in terms of the quality, in terms of the performance, in terms of excitement. So what is the role of research? So the research must be focus group, lawsuit and regulations buzz on an internet. Satisfier means competitive analysis through interview, survey, search logs, usability testing, customer forum. Delighters means a field research that is helpful for marketing or brand vision, industrial design, packaging, call center data and site logs. Analysis and brainstorming is available for analysis of the data through our resources. Brainstorming list of feature and functionality, determine the type of requirement, output requirement, service requirement. So the Kano model requirement survey, user survey, functional form versus dysfunctional form. How would you feel if the product has feature X? How would you feel if the product did not have feature X? Kano questionnaire. Answer: I like it, I expect it, I am neutral, I cannot tolerate it, and I dislike. So In a Kano model, the analysis in a brainstorming session is helped through the functional and functional comparison. This is basically the questionnaire types that is helpful for understanding the customer requirement in terms of the function, and a functional that is also related to the Likert scale, that is 1 to 5. 1 is like, 2 is must, 3 is do not care, 4 is care, can live with it, and 5 is dislike. So similarly a functional is also categorized. So this question is helpful if o one dimension or a linear return refer, I is the indifferent response. If someone has an indifferent response, then it will be create a I icon. A is the attractive feature. If the product and service design has an attractive feature, then the customer will A. E is the expected feature, R is the reverse response, and Q is the questionnaire. So in a Likert scale, the Q icon is represent, the Q word is represent a questionnaire response, A is a attractive feature, and O is the one dimension. So if someone is like a product in term of functional, then it will be fill O, A and O. If it like a must functional requirement, then in a one is a R, that is a reverse question, it must be dislike or a like. I is the individual response, and X is it if someone is in a neutral position. Do not care, then a reverse question again. I is a individual differences, that is a differ to person, and E is the expected feature that a customer require for a upcoming product and services. Can live with it, that is also with the help of R, that is a reverse response. I is the individual response, and E is the expected return. So dislike is also with the help of a reverse. Someone is like the product and someone is the not like the product, then they have to be create a reverse answer. I is the individual differences regarding the product and services, and O is the one dimension that each person is like a similar product and service design. So this is also called the quality functional development template, that is also helpful to understand the customer need and demands on a priority basis. That is also helpful for a technical assessment of the product and service design. This is also, it has a relationship of a strongest give a 10 point, strong is given 7, fair is given 4, and weak product and services design given a 1. So it is also represent with the help of correlation symbol. +1 underscore is the strong position, plus sign is show positive situation, and minus underscore sign is show the strong negative position, and minus is a negative position. Basically, quality development, functional development approach is integrated the voice of the customer into the both product and service development. The purpose is to ensure the customer requirement are factored in every aspect of the process. Listening to understand the customer is a central feature of the quality functional development. So the requirement often take form of a journal statement such: I should be easy to adjust the cutting height of the lawnmower. Once the requirements are known, they must be translated into the technical term related to the product and services. For example, a statement about changing the height of the lawnmower may related to the mechanism used to accomplish that position, instruction for use, tightness of the spring that control the mechanism of a material need. For a manufacturing purpose, these must be related to the material dimension requirement used for processing. The structure of the quality functional development is based on the set of metrics. The main metrics related to the customer requirement, what, and their corresponding technical requirement is related to how. So this matrix is provide the data collection regarding the quality function and development. So additional features are usually add to the basic matrix to the product broaden the scope of analysis. The typical additional feature include the importance weighted and comparative evaluation. A correlation matrix is usually constructed for a technical requirement. This can reveal a conflicting technical requirement. With these additional features, the set of matrix has the form, and it is often referred to as the house of quality because of its house-like appearance. An analysis using in the format the data related to the commercial printer means customer and the company that supplies the paper. At first glance, they display the appearing complex. It contains a considerable amount of information for product and process planning. Therefore, let's break it up into the separate part and consider them one at a time. So, the circle with the dot inside indicate the strongest positive relationship, that is the denoted that the most technical requirement for satisfying customer requirement. Now look at the importance to the customer number that shown the next to each customer requirement. The most 3 is the most important. So designer will take into the account the importance, value and strength of the correlation in determining whether the focus the greatest effort. So the next, considering the correlation matrix at the top of the house of the special interest is the strong negative correlation between the paper thickness and roll roundness. The design will have to be found the some way to overcome that and make a trade-off decision. So this is also helpful for the house of quality approach. The sequence of house being with the design characteristic in which lead to the specific component like a production process, final quality plan. This house of production is also helpful for a specific component, product process and quality plan. Third is the plot and diagram. That plot and diagram is also helpful for understanding the satisfaction and dissatisfaction of the customer. In a first quadrant, that x-axis show the service performance and a y-axis show the satisfaction and dissatisfaction. If the customer is satisfied regarding a service performance, product and services, the satisfies are showing in a one dimension because they are fulfilled with the desired quality. In a second quadrant, that is are related to the delighter, where the performance service is not good but the customer is satisfied, then it is show in a second quadrant, that is called the delighters effect, excited quality. In a fourth quadrant, where the dissatisfaction of the customer but the service performance is good, so the dissatisfier must be expected quality in a future. So Kano model is helpful with the house of quality approach, that is also called the sequence of house being with the design, and that is helpful to understand the customer needs and want. Because the importance of the target value and technical evaluation, the technical evaluation can be interpreted in the manner that is helpful for the competitive evaluation. So this is house of quality approach is also in a part of the Kano model because it is helpful for understanding the specific component regarding the production process and a final quality plan. Strategies is related to the projection strategy, Lean Six Sigma strategy, design for Six Sigma strategies based on organization strategy, and design must be cost of entry, satisfier, more is better, competitive, delighter, later, neat and dissatisfier. So application of the Kano model: break into the teams, select a team leader, select a scribe, select a presenter. Scenario: you work for a hotel chain and your company is trying to identify the voice of the customer information to improve the hotel performance. Instruction: brainstorming important characteristics you expect when staying at a hotel. Identify whether they are must be expected or delighted from a business client perspective and from a vocationally perspective. Add in what a current performance is for hotel. So let us conclude the Kano model. Kano model analyze and rank the voice of customer data, develop into the category. Dissatisfier must be cost of entry, satisfier more is better, competitive, delighter, later need, dissatisfactory, and identify and implement a strategy. So basically the Kano model is related to the attribute of basic performance and excitement. Performance factor can result in satisfaction and dissatisfaction depending on the degree to which they are presented, whereas the excitement factor, because they are unexpected, do not result in dissatisfaction when they are absent or a low level, but have the potential for a disproportionate level of the satisfaction if they are present. Over a time, the feature that excited become performance feature. Performance features are soon become the basic quality feature. So this is important that the excitement features become performance feature. Performance features become quality feature. So the rate at which various design elements are migrated is the important input from marketing that will enable the designer to continue to satisfy and delight customer and not waste the effort on improving what have become a basic quality feature. The lesson of a Kano model is that the design elements that fall into the each aspect of the quality must first be determined. When basic need have been met, additional effort in those areas should not be pursued. For performance features, the cost benefit analysis come into play, and these features should be included as long as the benefit exceed the cost. So the excitement features pose somewhat of a challenge. Customers are not likely to indicate the excitement factor in survey because they do not know that they want them. However, the small increase in such a factor produce a disproportional increase in the customer satisfaction and generally increase brand loyalty. So it is important for the company to strive to identify and include these features when economically feasible. The Kano model can be used in conjunction with the quality of a functional development with the help of House of Quality as well as the Six Sigma project that we'll discuss in a later on lectures. These are reference books that cover the content. If you have any query regarding the Kano model, you can surely ask through email. Thank you.